What's up guys, it's Ashley slash Snugfrog, and I'm back with another video today. I know I haven't been posting in a while, but I'm going to try to get back onto the grind. It's been a while since I posted a video, but I've been very busy with applying to colleges and stuff like that, because it's about that time to start applying to colleges and whatnot. But I plan on posting probably weekly, maybe a couple times a week actually, but I'm really just gonna probably start posting a lot more, so stay tuned for all the new videos coming out. And I have about 20 that I'm lined up on story times that I want to tell you guys. So yeah, there's a lot of crazy story times that I haven't told you guys yet, but yeah, so we're just gonna start off with today's story time. And today's story time is a crazy one. It's a very dangerous one, but it's a pretty good story time. Kind of crazy. But let's get right into it. So today's story time all takes place back in sophomore year when I was coming to school somewhat, but not fully all the time. I was kind of cutting classes a little bit, but yeah. And today I had odd days, and that means that my periods were first, third, fifth, and seventh. So that meant I ate culinary today, and so I just woke up at around 7 in the morning, got dressed, ate some food, and got ready for the school day. And I had a couple minutes to spare before the bus arrived, so I was like, okay, let me just listen to some music or watch some YouTube videos. So I did that for a good amount of time, and then the bus showed up. I got on the bus, and then they took me to school where I went to first period. Nothing out of the ordinary so far in first period. Then I went to third period, and third period is when they would take me to culinary, because I used to have a culinary class where I would do my main classes at my regular school, and then they would bus me over to a different school to do a transfer program, basically. And today was a culinary day because I had culinary for 5th and 7th period. So the midway through third period, I would leave class to go catch the bus, and I would get on the bus, and then I would just do a 30-minute drive all the way over to the second school. And so I just watched YouTube and played on my phone for a little bit until I got over to the school, because I had a good amount of time, 30 minutes. And then I got to the school, and I got off the bus, went through security, and then I got in school. And around that time, I was getting to school around maybe I want to say 9:30, and class started around 9:45. So I got there a little bit earlier than when class would start. So I already went to class, and I just sat down and waited for class to start, basically. And once class started, I was waiting for my teacher to basically come up and just say good morning to us and tell us what we're going to be doing for that day. So he comes up, tells us, okay, we're going to be in the kitchen making pasta today, and it's going to be in random groups. And thankfully, I was put with one of my friends for the story time. We're going to call her Alexis. And I was put with another girl that I was pretty cool with, but I didn't know her too much. So I was like, okay, I have a pretty good group. And he tells us now we're going to be making pasta today, so go over to the kitchen and change into your uniforms, which at the time we had chef coats that we would wear and chef pants. And so we went over there, changed into that, and we would put up our hair, put it in a hair nets, and then wash our hands. And then we randomized which pasta we were going to get. So my friend, she got spaghetti. So our group is going to do spaghetti. And so we were going over into our groups, and we were brainstorming what we were going to make with the spaghetti. Then we all found a recipe that we wanted to make, so we were like, okay, we're going to make that one. And it said that we needed chicken for it, so we went to go get chicken. We cut it up, seasoned it, and basically just prepped it. And we got the pasta out, we got that all ready, and my job was going to be to cook the chicken. My friend's job was going to be to make the pasta. This is really where the story time kicks off at. So I start working on the chicken, and my friend Alexis, she starts working on the pasta so then we can have it ready and then just make the sauce and our dish will be done. So she goes over, gets the pasta, and gets a pot, puts water in it and starts waiting for it to boil. And so I'm over here cooking the chicken and basically just cooking my chicken and getting everything ready for a dish. So she comes over and sees that the pot is boiling, right? And so she gets the pasta out, the spaghetti. I think she's going to break it in half because she has this tiny little pot, and I know it's not going to be able to cook right if she doesn't break it in half. And so what she does is she puts it in there and it's sticking halfway out. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, that's her part to do. If she messes it up, it's on her, because I'm over here cooking the chicken. I can't do two things at once. And so she goes over and gets the box and throws it in the trash. And on her way to throw it into the trash, the empty pasta box, it catches on fire. The flames were way too hot and it catches the pasta on fire. And so pasta's on fire. I yelled at her and I'm like, freaking Alexis, run over here. The pasta is on fire. So she darts over, she gets the pasta and she literally, while she's grabbing the pasta and getting the pot off, she catches her sleeve on fire. So she catches her sleeve on fire and the pasta's on fire. And so I start panicking. There's a lot of people like looking at us and they're not really helping at all because I don't know why they just were staring at us and not helping us while two things were on fire. So I start calling out for our teacher. I'm like, Chef, we're on fire. Everything's on fire. And he runs over. He is panicking too. He's trying to look for the fire extinguisher and he finds it. But guess what? It's expired. And so that thing is rusty and they were supposed to replace it actually soon. I think they ordered one but haven't replaced it yet and it was expired and all that. So he runs out into the hallway and he sees that there's a fire extinguisher hanging on the hallway, grabs it, runs back over and basically just sprays her with the fire extinguisher. And she's obviously covered in like the fire extinguisher like stuff now. And we immediately go over to her, we check her sleeve and make sure that she didn't actually get burned and it was just her sleeve on fire. And thank goodness she only got like a little bit of her hairs on her arm like burnt off, but thankfully there was no damage to her actual skin. And so we were very thankful for that. And it was about almost time for us to leave. Like we had about maybe 45 minutes left of class until we like hopped on the bus to get back over to our main school. And our chef was like, okay, at this point, I'm just going to call up the buses and you guys can leave early because all this mess was way too much and parents were freaking out because they obviously let the parents know that their child got caught on fire during school. And so that whole thing happened where they basically had to call parents and stuff. And actually, they called the fire department because the fire alarm was going off. And so half the school was evacuated. And the fire department was pulled up to that school too. And so they had to deal with all that. And they just basically called the bus drivers to come pick us up early, and they picked us up and brought us back to our normal school. But yeah, that was a crazy day. I just went home and chilled after that, and because I had no other class for the day. But yeah, that was basically the story time and what happened. So friendly reminder, guys, and moral of the story, do not have pasta sticking out halfway out the bowl if you have a tiny pot. If the pot's not big enough and the flames are way too high too, you're going to catch yourself on fire. And also make sure that everything in your kitchen, if you're going to cook, is up to date, like your fire extinguishers and stuff, because you never know what's going to happen. But yeah, basically that's the end of the story, guys, and I will be posting more, so stay tuned for the new videos to drop. And thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all later.